Aquarius, listen, you can't build the future if you're disconnected from your heart. May feels like everything is getting personal, not in a dramatic, messy way, but in a way that pulls you out of your comfort zone. Because usually you can detach, you can think your way through things, stay logical, stay objective. But this month, your emotions are catching up to you. Your home life, your relationships, your sense of identity, all of that shit is becoming real. And you can't just intellectualize your way out of it. Not this time. I feel like I need you tried to fight, but you my brain is racing for my heart is racing for clarity. Now, before we go deeper, my name is Aubrey, better known as Scott Santana, and I'm here to align you to your highest self, your highest timeline, and your highest potential using astrology and intuitive insight. And I need you to understand something clearly before we get into this. This reading is based on your rising sign because your rising sign determines your houses, and that's how these transits actually show up in your real life. So, this is most accurate for Aquarius rising. If you're watching for your sun or your moon, you can still listen, but just know it's not going to hit as specifically as your rising. And this reading is general. If you want your personal chart, your specific timing, your exact situation, then book a reading on thealigningsouls.com because that is where we're going to get into you. So, kicking off this month, May 1st, full moon in Scorpio in your 10th house, right? Career, reputation, direction, your public image. This full moon hits your 10th house and something becomes so clear about where you're going. You might be at work or thinking about your future and suddenly realize, this is not where I want to stay. And not in a dramatic way, but in a grounded, honest way. You start noticing, your work doesn't fulfill you the same. Your direction feels off. Your goals don't even excite you anymore. And that realization changes everything and how you see everything. Now, May 2nd, Mercury is going to enter Taurus in your fourth house. Your attention is now going to shift to your home, your foundation, your emotional base. Okay. Mercury is entering your fourth house. And now you're thinking about where you live, how you feel in your space, your emotional stability. You might even notice that your environment just doesn't feel right anymore. Your home doesn't feel as peaceful as it should. Your emotional foundation feels unsettled. Maybe you're trying to relocate, move. All of this matters more than you expected. Now, on May 6th, Pluto is going to retrograde in your first house. And this is big because this is you, your identity, right? So you start realizing, I'm not the same person I used to be. You might notice your reactions are different, your desires are different, your priorities are changing. And this can feel unsettling because you're redefining yourself. Now, May 16th, we have a new moon in Taurus in your fourth house. This is your emotional reset. This new moon lands in your fourth house and something shifts, right? Something just clicks. You start deciding, I want peace. I want stability. I deserve to feel at home in my life. So this could look like you physically relocating and moving, changing your environment, maybe setting emotional boundaries, maybe creating a more stable foundation. And this decision grounds you. Now, May 17th and 20th, we have a Gemini activation in your fifth house, and your energy is going to lighten because your fifth house activates and suddenly you feel more open. You might want to have fun again, express yourself more, go out more, date around a little bit, right? Reconnect with joy. And this feels like relief because after everything earlier in the month, this is where you finally breathe. Now, May 18th, Mars enters Taurus into your fourth house. So now you start taking action at home, right? Mars enters your fourth house of home, and now you're making changes. This could look like you literally adjusting your living situation, setting boundaries in your home, actively creating emotional stability. And this is necessary. Also, happening on May 18th, we have Venus entering Cancer in your sixth house, right? Now your focus shifts to your daily life because you want comfort in your routine, emotional balance in your work, a lifestyle that feels good. You might start taking better care of yourself, adjusting your habits, prioritizing your well being. But by the end of the month, on May 31st, we're going to have a full moon in Sagittarius in your 11th house of friendships, life direction, right? And by the end of the month, your environment is going to shift. The full moon in your 11th house, and now you're seeing your circle clearly. You might distance yourself from certain people. Maybe you're going to feel drawn to new connections, having new friends. Maybe you realize, which of these friends or people actually align with you. And this is where your future shifts. So, Aquarius, here's your final message. Loyal heart. This is your truth. You want real connection. But here's the thing. You can't stay detached and expect death. Some of you have been emotionally distant, avoiding vulnerability, keeping things surface level with people. But this month is showing you actually do want something real. You actually want emotional connection. You actually want loyalty. But the question is, are you willing to show up for it? So listen, if you're watching this and you're like, yeah, this is hitting, but I don't know what to do next. That's because this is general. This is for all Aquarius risings, but your life, your chart, your timing, your decisions, that's specific. So if you're serious about building real connections and aligning your life and stepping into your next level, book your reading on thealigningsouls.com, because at some point you have to stop thinking your way through life and start feeling your way into it. Get on your shit before shit gets on you. Tell me